What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Cancer sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of June 21st and July 22nd, then you are a Cancer sun sign, and this video is for you. Today we're getting into the spirit of October, and this idea was brought to us by Atypical Tarot. He has a great tarot channel on YouTube, and he mixes science and metaphysics together. It's really informative and eye-opening, and it's good for the soul. So I hope you guys will go check out Atypical Tarot. I'll put a link to his channel in the description box below. But his idea was to bring all the darker decks out and do my readings with these darker decks. So that's what we're going to do today. And today we're going to be looking at blockages. We all have blockages, and we're going to be looking at blockages that are stopping you from advancement on your path. We have blockages of the mind, of the body, and of the soul, and that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to use 3 different decks, one for each of those things. We've got the Dark Grimoire Tarot, we've got the Omega Land Tarot, and we've got the Mortem Oraculum. Ooh, baby, so it's dark. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with this one, and this card represents blockages my Cancer sun sign friends may have in the mind, mental blockages. And we've got the King of Swords. I'm going to be gentle here, okay? One thing I want to say is that this is supposed to be difficult to hear, all right? I did this reading for myself, and it was very difficult. It made me a little bit sad and depressed. If you feel that way during this reading, that's what's supposed to happen. That's what you're supposed to feel. That means that we're on to something. We hit a nerve, and we know what we need to move away from. And the feeling that I'm getting from this card is that a lot of you in your mind, you kind of place yourself above others. You put yourself on a pedestal. You may think that you're not necessarily better. That's not the best way to put it, but how can I put this? You're very defensive with the mind. Everyone's out to get you. Not everyone, but people are out to hurt you, and you're the victim. And that kind of way of thinking, it just causes separation of the head from the body. Okay, in every sense of the word or the phrase. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's causing separation. It's causing you to lose connection with other people. When you think you're different than others, then you cause separation, and that brings people apart, not together. And I think your mind is feeding you, your ego mind is feeding you these thoughts that cause separation. They cause you to feel different than other people, and it's not healthy. It's not good. We all have problems with our ego mind. We've grown up in a society that teaches us that the ego mind is the only thing that exists, that you are your ego mind. No, you're not. Okay, that's just a program that you've learned that is just running in the background, is all the ego mind is. And yes, we've allowed it to encompass our entire being, so we believe that's what we are. But once you turn it off for about 5 minutes, you realize, whoa, there's a lot more going on behind that ego mind, okay? So I encourage you to see each and every person, from the bum on the street to your employer, to your family members, to your presidents, as equal, and all parts of you. All right, let's move on over to this card, which represents the body. Blockages that you may have in the physical world. We've got the 9 of Wands. The feeling I'm getting here is that you let life beat you down sometimes and create fatigue. Okay, this is not just the physical body, right? Though that's totally part of it. This is about the physical realm and blockages you have on this physical realm. And I think that when things don't go your way, when things become problematic or challenging, you start to get fatigued, and you start to lose hope, and you start to give up a little. I think that's a blockage in your physical body, in the physical world. I think we need to rise up to challenges rather than allow the challenges to get the best of us. And I think a lot of that is perception, right? If you perceive a challenge as something that's insurmountable, then it is. And you're going to have to stop and take a break and rest and maybe try again later, or maybe quit. But if you see a challenge as surmountable, then you're going to find a way through that challenge. And just naturally, you're going to find a way. So we have to remember that we're creating our realities based on the way that we think and we feel. And the way that we respond to outside things in this world creates what that outside thing is. So if you hit a challenge and you see it as something that's going to stop you, then you're right. If you see a challenge and you see it as something that's going to help you to grow, then you're right. Either way, you're right. So I think that's a blockage that we can remove, is to stop letting challenges beat us down and start to see them as opportunities. Make sense? I hope so. Now we're going to move on to this one. This is when things get real. This card represents blockages to the soul. And it's not just real because it's drawn in human blood. Okay, that's not the only reason. Alright, we got the dragonfly with change. I'm getting the sense of metamorphosis here. I assume a dragonfly starts as a caterpillar, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's forget that. Okay, let's pretend that this is a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. I think what your soul wants to do is cocoon and then change into a whole different thing. And this is growth. You know, through our lifetimes, think back on your life. How many times have you changed fundamentally who you are? But we get to a point sometimes where we reach a time of stagnation, perhaps. And I think your soul wants you to realize that it's time for another cocoon change. And I think a blockage to that is that you're kind of not wanting this change as much. Maybe you like where things are. Maybe you're afraid of where they're going to head if you do change. But I think a metamorphosis period is required at this point. And I think your mind and your emotions may be holding you back from that. Your soul wants it. Your soul wants you to continually expand and grow and change and just build upon itself, get better and better with every iteration. And this occurs over lifetimes, but it also occurs in this lifetime. And so be open to change. Be open to metamorphosis. Be open to allowing yourself to become a whole different person. And see how that fits on you without saying, oh, that sounds scary, or without, most of this is unconscious, okay? And that's kind of the problem with these readings. You know, you might say, oh, it doesn't resonate, but have you delved into your unconscious? Is this true at the unconscious level? Because if it is, that's what's really driving everything, is the unconscious. You can be conscious of something, but if your unconscious is contrary to that, then there's going to be friction. So I think your soul requires change. Your soul wants change, but I think you're a little bit skittish on that, probably at the unconscious level. And I don't know. I think we need to be more open to becoming different people, Cancer friends. I think we need to accept that we're constantly evolving and we can't really stay stagnant at any point. All right, now that we've seen the cards as a whole, I think your mind is causing separation. Your mind is saying, oh, I'm different than that person, therefore we are totally different, or we can't get along. We're going to have arguments or frictions or debates, or we're not even going to talk. When that just causes separation, you're shutting off a part of yourself, because we're all one unit. And if you shut off a part of yourself, you're denying a part of your reality. You're denying a part of who you are. And the way forward is to realize that we're all the same thing. And the people in our life who challenge us are the people in our life who we need the most. They're helping us the most. So it's no good to just cut their head off. Okay? Leave the heads on the bodies so that they can talk to you about the lessons you need to learn. Okay? As far as the body, as far as the physical world, don't let life's problems get you down. Okay, change your perspective on them. Switch to a perspective of energy and rising to the occasion, rather than having the mentality or the feeling of defeat. There's the spirit would put no obstacle in front of you that you can't handle. So know that you can handle any obstacle that comes your way. Then as far as your soul, your spirit, be open to change. Be ready to change. Even if your unconscious doesn't want to change, you need to be open to it. You need to be ready for it. It's cocoon time. It's time to fly like a butterfly. Okay, so get out there and be ready for massive change if that's what is in the cards. All right, there it is, Cancer friends. Like I said, it's not supposed to be pleasant. It's supposed to make you feel sad or uncomfortable or depressed so that you know what to move away from. You know where your problems lie, and now you know how exactly to fix them. So hopefully this reading helped in some way. Remember, this is a general reading for a large group of people. Not everything resonates, so if you want a specific reading from me where I do tap into your personal energies, you can head on over to my website, lightofriga.com. The link is in the description box below. And I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for doing all the YouTube stuff, the liking, the sharing, subscribing. It helps this channel to grow. I'm ready to cocoon as well as far as this tarot channel goes. So any help you can give me there is greatly appreciated. So thank you for all of that. And that is the reading. I want to wish you love and light, Cancer friends. Leave a like if you enjoy this. Happy taroting.